Hi everyone, and welcome to this stream with myself, of course, and my good friend Andy. Hi Andy.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about one of our favourite shows, which of course a new series has just started of. It's all available to watch on Netflix, Black Mirror. And today we're just going to sort of talk about just the first episode. But there will be spoilers, guys. If you haven't watched it, I would advise you go and watch. Well, if you've never seen the show, go and watch it immediately. It's one of the most prominent shows of the last generation or ever, wherever. Yeah, because before that,
that's quite a statement.
Whoa, do you not agree?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it. It's different. I wouldn't say it's like one of the best shows of like the last generation or so. I don't know. Actually, I suppose
the most thought-provoking.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Luckily for anyone that's not seen it, it's not something. It's not a show that you have to start at the beginning of season one. You could start wherever, and you don't need to have any specific.
Each episode is its own little mini movie to an extent, isn't it? I mean, none of them. There's no continuity between the episodes. In fact, the first episode ever was probably the most messed up one, and I didn't watch any more episodes after seeing that one for quite some time. But I'm glad that I did now.
So you didn't like that first episode?
I did. It just disturbed me.
I think that was the idea, but I understand what you mean. It's quite surprising it took off, really, isn't it?
The thing is, like, the whole way through that first episode, and I guess we can talk about that because we're going right back to the first ever episode, and we've already said there'll be spoilers for season 4, but, like, I just never thought he was going to actually have to fuck the pig. I didn't think that part was really going to happen.
Can you imagine anybody that's listening now
that's not watched
it, hasn't seen it, and you just go, I didn't think he'd actually end up fucking that pig.
Oh, but it's so like you keep thinking at the last minute he's going to get some kind of reprieve, but then to explain it to you guys, he has to fuck a pig to save the princess. And then it all turns out to. Well, I won't give the main spoiler away, but yeah, there's some. Yeah, that bit's. But we're not here to talk about the first episode ever. If you've not watched that episode, then what have you been doing via television?
Yes, I think that. Before we start talking about the first episode, I can't see there being anyone anywhere with even an ounce of anything about them that doesn't find Black Mirror entertaining in some way. There'll be degrees of fans because some episodes are brilliant, some are not so brilliant, but I think there's a bit of everything for everybody, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, people say it's the Twilight Zone of our generation, or Tales of the Unexpected, but which to an extent it is, but because of technology it seems all so much realer. Like, the things that Black Mirror kind of predicts are things that you can see not being in the not particularly distant future.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I never watched the Twilight Zone much, did you?
Not really. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to like the theme tune to Tales from the Unexpected, but that was all written by Roald Dahl as well, wasn't it? And I was a big Roald Dahl fan. I don't know if you know who that is, Andy.
Who?
Roald Dahl.
Yeah, didn't he write children's books?
Well, they were kind of children's books, but they were brilliant children's books.
Yeah, I remember reading them at primary school, so...
At primary, you couldn't read at that level at primary school.
Well, they did have Roald Dahl books.
They had some books in your school. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the first episode of Black Mirror, which is USS Callister. So yeah, as we've already warned you guys, there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, then do not watch this.
Yeah, please switch off from this broadcast immediately.
Which is probably something people don't say very often on streams, but yeah, go and watch it and then come back and watch this stream, and we're live now, but we'll leave this up because it won't end in debauchery like normal, or maybe it will, but anyway, we'll see what happens. So yeah, USS Callister to give you a brief overview of the episode, is, well, it starts out, when I started watching it, I thought it was like a clip back to an old show that was just like Star Trek, but then it wasn't. It turned out to be a guy who had created his own virtual reality gaming world where he could live in this like Star Trek inspired universe. And kind of the twist was that the people who were in that universe he had recreated them from real life with like completely the same, so they had the same memories and brains and everything by using their DNA. So anyone who had wronged him in real life, he put into the game and treated them quite badly.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, and the main character is played by Jesse Plemons, who Breaking Bad fans will know as Todd from Breaking Bad, although he looks incredibly like Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, I never even thought of that.
For the whole episode, I was like, it's Matt Damon. Like, at first I was like, Matt Damon, nah, it's not Matt Damon. And then I was like, yeah, it is. And then it got to the very end, and it was like Jesse Plemons, and I was like, what the fuck? I know Jesse Plemons. He shot the little boy in Breaking Bad. Yeah, he bears a striking resemblance to Matt Damon, I thought, in that.
He did. I didn't even pick up on it, so he can't be that prominent. But now that you mention it, yeah, you've got a point. Yeah, I think he played. He sort of showed his skills as an actor in that episode, didn't he?
Mm. Oh, he was very different to he looked very different as well to the character that he played in Breaking Bad. So, what did you make of the episode, Andy?
Overall, I enjoyed it. It's a bit different for me because I'm quite a big Star Trek fan. Not so much the original series, but I do consider myself a bit of a Trekkie. So watching it, I probably enjoyed it on different levels to what you did. Because it's modelled on the original Star Trek series. So, it's not even subtle in the way that it does that. It's a deliberate thing, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's blatantly meant to be Star Trek. I think even people who aren't Star Trek fans could tell you that.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is, there's certain things that you pick up on that only sort of a Star Trek fan would know. Like, for instance, the way that the captain acts and the way that these baddies are the baddie was over the top, and the special effects, and it was just. I suppose, obviously, anybody knows it's based on Star Trek, but the subtle sort of things that they put in there. What I'm trying to say is it's different for somebody who's an out-and-out Star Trek fan. Do you get what I mean?
Why? Were you offended by it?
No, not in the slightest. Well, I was just kind of reading some of the reviews as we're speaking now, and it kind of amazes me to say that one reviewer described the USS Callister as critical of sexism in Star Trek and its fandom, with another calling it a cruel parody. And it's like, you just can't do anything these days without some people thinking it's an attack. I thought it was kind of a light-hearted nod to Star Trek, really.
I'd agree with that. I think it was. Well, thing is, with Brooker's work, that for people in the chat, that's Charlie Brooker, the writer of Black Mirror. Like, people are always gonna look for him to be scathing and satirical. So, because that was kind of his TV persona before writing Black Mirror.
Yeah, but overall, putting the sort of Star Trek thing to one side, overall it was very entertaining. I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the most fun Black Mirror episodes for a long time, which sounds strange to say because, and it was like a whole movie length, wasn't it? It was like an hour and 40 minutes.
I think it was about an hour and 15.
Okay, it was still pretty long.
Yeah, it was just short of like feature length, wasn't it? But yeah, it was like very funny. And even there's more humour in it than there was in probably any other Black Mirror episode. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely. And the ending was almost happy as a Black Mirror ending can be.
Yeah, I must admit, I was a bit disappointed with the ending. I think we mentioned this before when we spoke about it briefly.
Well, yeah, but you can mention it now because people in the chat haven't heard this.
I like the endings of Black Mirror to not be happy. I like them to leave me miserable. No, not miserable, but I like them to leave me harrowed. I like them to be harrowing.
Yeah.
To make you think you're getting a happy ending when actually you're not, and it gives you like a bit of a disturbing sort of taste of what the future may be. I wanted them to get away, and then for him to sort of recreate them again with the DNA and just do it all over again, and just basically say that these people. That's what I wanted to happen. I wasn't expecting it to happen.
You wanted the bad guy who had been really shitty to everyone in the video game world to keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah, to sort of leave him stuck in that position. To say, well, he created a kind of false world anyway. But obviously, if that's the life he leads, he wasn't leading any kind of fruitful life at all.
Well, no, the point was he was bitter because he had created this whole game, and that guy, the one that he stole his son from and threw him out of the airlock, was the guy that became like the front man of the company because he was too socially inept. But he created that whole game, which is why he was able to make the modification to the game. So he had earned lots of money, just no one liked him because he was weird.
Oh yeah. I just yes. I mean, at the end of the day, he died right at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Because he was lying there and he wasn't able to wake up, so it was only a matter of time until his body gave up.
Again, that's kind of open to interpretation. Maybe someone would have knocked on his door, but I doubt anyone cares about him enough to do that. So.
But yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was necessarily thought-provoking. I do have an issue, and it's something that is relevant in more episodes in this series and the other series as well. This imaginary world in people's minds. I find it difficult to buy into. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
And what do you mean, an imaginary world in people's minds?
Well, it wasn't. He had the device on his brain, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really. It only existed in his mind.
No. That was how he was going into the virtual reality game.
Yeah, I know.
The game wasn't being played in his
what I'm
mind.
trying to say is, it's a computer program, isn't it? The whole game was a computer program.
Yeah.
So it's just a computer game that it's kind of like only he was living that game. So it's only existing in his mind. So everything that you see is not really there. It's all, you have to buy into the fact that he's lying down and it's only happening in his mind. It's not a real world event. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, but the people that he had in that world had real consciousnesses and feelings and thoughts. So
I know, but I find that a little bit harder to buy into, if that makes any sense.
Well, you have to allow some room for
of course you
fantasy.
do. Yeah, I'm a fucking Star Wars fan and a Star Trek fan. It's not that I can't buy into crazy things, for fuck's sake, but I'm just saying that it's even when they do Star Trek episodes that are very similar, where people are like creating these games and things are happening in the mind and it's viewed as a real episode, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, not another one.
Oh yeah, I saw one of them when someone played golf in a nice place once, but that wasn't the whole episode. Wasn't just him playing golf.
Yeah, but did you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I suppose so, but
it didn't. I'm not. It's just a minor quibble because I do.
It didn't. I enjoyed the episode overall. It was one that you had to sort of just let
you
yourself
have to
go
go out
on
on
a
a limb,
bit
don't
more.
you?
Yeah, but I think with all Black Mirror episodes, to an extent, there's some element of imaginary fantasy, whether it be a new device or something that does something that's not been thought of but close to being built or something like that. So I think with the USS Callister, it was a lighter episode for the harrowing things that came next. Obviously, we won't go into those today. But yeah, it didn't have as much as the sort of moral point And I'll save this for when we do the roundup once we've completed talking about all of them. But yeah, I think the moral points have not been as clear, perhaps, throughout this series so far. But we won't go into that yet.
No, but I agree with that. It didn't seem to. It just seemed to be a fun episode, a bit of a nod to sci-fi and Star Trek fans, and a bit of let's go somewhere we've not been before, no pun intended.
But I think that was a good idea, because it was good to have a Black Mirror episode. I mean, I think if I look back and think about any episode, they're all great. Even looking back to like Series 3, like a lot of people weren't particularly impressed with the one about the bees, but I thought that was really cool.
No, I like that one. But I think everybody has different views on what the favourite episode is. My favourite episode is Nosedive.
Yeah, I know it is. You keep going on and on about it.
I love it. I've watched it 3 times already, and yeah, I just really like it. I think it's because it just kind of. I hate Facebook, even though I'm on it, so I'm a fucking hypocrite. But it just highlights how shite social media actually is. But anyway, we're talking about this episode, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, it's been over a week since I watched it though, which is a bit of a shame. It's not that fresh in my memory. Of course, we should have to mention the couple of nods to Breaking Bad. Obviously, I've mentioned Jesse Plemons was in Breaking Bad, but at the end of the episode, we also get a cameo from Aaron Paul, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that was happening until because me and my friend watched it when we were at work, and I said, "That's fucking Jesse Pinkman, that," and he was like, "Oh yeah," because he's got a really distinctive voice, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I was expecting him to go, "Yo, bitch," or something like that, you know, which might have been a bit too over the top, but it still would have been cool though.
Yeah, would have been. Well, it was still very cool that he appeared at the end of the because he was doing a very much a Jesse voice as well. Because he wasn't.
It was definitely him, wasn't it? There was no subtlety about that.
No.
Was there any other Breaking Bad nods in there that you picked up on?
No, those are of course the only 2 that I saw.
Yeah, I thought one of the characters was called Walter. As a nod to Walter White, but it was Walton, the surname of the other company. I thought it was a bit of a nod to Grey Matter Technologies, or whatever they were called, Walter and whatever but probably looking a bit too much into that. Oh, and Heisenberg White, ironically, is in the chat as we're saying this about Breaking Bad.
Well, yeah, he's the one who knocks, so.
He is. Have we done Breaking Bad stream before?
I think we have, yeah. I think we had a Breaking Bad loving a while ago.
We did, yes, I remember. I think we got, strangely enough, quite a few more participants that time.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Black Mirror's. I mean, in Spain though, like people are watching it here. I mean, it's become global. It's mental. Loads of people are watching it. If you haven't watched it, then you're probably a bit behind the times.
I think though, for such a brilliant TV show, it's kind of got a bit of a cult following, which sort of goes in tandem with the show. Do you agree with that? Because it's not massive mainstream, is it? If you get what I mean. If it's not as popular as what there's people at work that have never heard of it that I speak to, and people that, you know, wherever I go, when everybody's heard of like Breaking Bad and Lost and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I guess it's not the most popular show, but I think more people. I don't know though, because I didn't want to talk about the season as a whole, but I feel this season's a little bit more saturated or forced.
Well, I'm only up to episode 4, so I've got the last 2.
Well, actually, the last 2 were really good. They probably stood out. It's kind of the middle. No, in fact, yeah, I enjoyed all of them. It's just, I think, because the shock factor, like, you kind of, to an extent, know what to expect this series, whereas before it was always like, wow. And even with season 3, it went a bit further and more harrowing. Like, Oh, I've forgotten the title of the episode, but the one with the kid that has to rob the bank and everything. That.
Oh, fucking hell! What was that called? Summit Game or something.
No.
Right, well, I'm gonna have to Google it because it'll do me head in if I don't. Black Mirror.
Oh. Is it
Shut Up and Dance?
Yes, that's it. Shut Up and Dance. Yeah, that's a very harrowing episode. I know you weren't that keen on it, but the one I really enjoyed the army one.
The which one? Sorry.
The army one, the like Civil War thing with the guy running around shooting people.
Yeah. No, I did. I did enjoy it, but it was a bit too predictable, I thought.
Well, yeah, I still thought it was a very cool episode, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's not been one that I've hated. There's been one that I didn't particularly, that I would never watch again, and that's that Waldo one.
I think that's actually a good episode.
So there isn't any that you don't like?
No, I like them all. I think I need to rewatch season 4. It's just, like I said, I think I was a bit too knew what was going to happen, but maybe if I go back and rewatch, I'll enjoy them more. Because I've watched all of the other seasons a couple of times at least.
Yeah, well, just the same episodes I keep rewatching, to be honest. So is there any standout moments in that episode that you actually enjoyed?
The ending was very cool with the woman becoming the captain, the one who it was kind of all her plan to stand up to him, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I can't remember any kind of the actual jokes from within the episode. Sadly, I should have reacquainted myself with it a little bit better.
Yeah, like we did with the Making a Murderer, which we've still not finished.
Well, I could talk about that anytime you want. I've got the latest information on Making a Murderer.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do when we exhaust speaking about this. We'll go on to that. How does that sound?
Yeah, well, we can. Yeah, I don't know how much more Black Mirror talk I've got in me because I'm not really what more I can say. Like overall, it was a fun episode. I didn't come away with it with any sort of sense of, oh shit, this might happen soon though, like you quite often do. But it was still a lot of fun and a very good episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, I thought it was. I enjoyed the fact that even though he seemed to be very mild-mannered and kept himself to himself with regard to his real life, in the computer game world, he was a sadistic psychopath.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite telling as to generally people can be a little bit like that, can't they? The people that are a little bit oppressed in real world often have this dark side that they let out in. That's where trolls come from, isn't it? Where internet trolls come from. The people that maybe get bullied in real life, they let their anger out on the online world and start making up fake profiles and slugging people off.
Well, yeah, I suppose to an extent he was taking all the people that he wanted to troll but couldn't, or people that he felt had done him wrong, and then being really mean to them. It was a bit weird that he took their genitalia away. That was one funny bit though, where the guy said, "Oh, we've tried rubbing like the stumps up against each other to see if anything happens."
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it's a bit odd that he took all their genitalia away.
But that's the thing though, like if you was in a computer simulation, you wouldn't need it anyway, would you?
What do you mean?
Well, never mind. I'm looking at it from a different perspective. You're not going to be procreating in a computer game world, are you?
Do you only ever have sex to produce babies?
No, but if it's like a simulation, there's nothing real there anyway, is there?
Well, he could touch and kick the people and put his feet up on them.
Yeah, in the game, I suppose. It's just like a living computer game, isn't it? I suppose.
Well, yeah, but it was like virtual reality, but you could touch and stuff.
Oh, they're going to have to bring out a manual with regard to the the real science behind it. Why did he need the DNA to create them? Are they, there was no physicality to them, was there?
Well, no, but it's the future. You've got to suspend your belief. Like, he just needed a bit of their DNA, and that's how he made them become them. He just took a bit of DNA, whacked it in the special machine. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, that special machine does a lot.
Yeah.
Fair play to it.
Here's to the special machine.
Yeah, nod. Yeah, cheers. But I'd like to point out some of the funny moments where they're on the planet, and the special effects were fucking brilliant, by the way. They're on that planet, and there's that baddie that's on top of the cliff, and then all of a sudden, when the captain disappears, he just like calms down and starts talking to him like normal. It was just dead funny.
Oh yeah, but that's because he was changing all the people, like other people, into monsters and things as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was just funny how he was like acting, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, he's gone! Oh, for fuck's sake!" It was really.
This thing is really heavy when he's lifting up his gun.
Didn't it?
Yeah. Well, the creature was one of the women from like accounting or something.
Yeah, that was really good. But that was one of my most, the bit that I liked was how sadistic he was, and how when you watch the first part of the episode you don't know what's going on, and then you realise the reason they're all behaving like that and going overboard and going, "Oh, he's a jolly good fella," is because they're just terrified of him, because he just tortures them all repeatedly if they don't do what he says.
Wait, what? Sorry?
Was you not listening?
No, I got distracted. I'm sorry.
You got distracted. I said I love it how he tortures people when they don't do as he says.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, but he was really cruel to that one guy, wasn't he? He threw his son out of the airlock.
Yeah.
So that's why he deserved to die.
Oh yeah, he deserved to die. It's just sometimes fun if the baddie gets away.
You really wanted him to get away, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. It's just you don't watch Black Mirror expecting an happy ending, do you?
No, you don't. But were you that disappointed? I mean, sometimes it's nice for things to have happy endings.
Oh yeah, but like I said, not in Black Mirror.
No. Well, yeah, I think we've discussed this episode probably as much as we can, really. So did you want to have a little chat about Making a Murderer? Any new theories or?
Well, you said you're quite up to date. So has there been a latest development?
Someone uploaded a phone call to YouTube of Stephen Avery and talking to his sister. And it was quite telling. I can't remember all of it now, but like he was accusing her husband, Scott Tadich, saying that he thought Scott had done it.
Right.
So yeah, that's everything in Making a Murderer.
Right, and that concludes today's stream.
Yeah.
No, I think we'd not. Had we got up to the blood canister thing, I think that's where our stream stopped and we stopped doing them.
Yeah, I don't know if we got that far. We still haven't finished Russell Williams on your channel.
Oh shit, yeah. God, we're just starting stuff and not finishing it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do that as well, don't we? Yeah, because I can't stream on my channel now because it's been fucking banned.
Yeah, but we weren't streaming that anyway. We were just making the videos.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So. Anyway, you've got to stop doing streams where you get your cock out and then.
I know. Well, yeah. That apparently that does breach community guidelines.
Well, yeah. I mean.
Who are these fucking do-gooders?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm quite surprised because if YouTube were able to spot that, they must be able to see any little thing.
Well, it's that, that software of theirs. The coding's genius.
Yeah.
Beautiful coding. So.
Right, beautiful. That, you see, and this is where it starts, because you start thinking about beautiful coding, then you end up with your knob out on a live stream.
I wonder if, I was just going to say, I wonder if anybody's done that, but of course they have, like, some random person just started up a YouTube channel and thought, I know what I'll do, I'll just fucking live stream and just get me cock out. I might do that, start a random channel and put like a Kylo Ren mask on or something.
What? Why are you going to do that? What the fuck's wrong with you? Children can watch YouTube.
I was joking. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, if you never do, you won't know it'll be me.
Well, I will. If I see someone in a Kylo Ren mask, I'm reporting you.
Wouldn't you report them anyway? Oh, that's Andy. I'm going to report him. Get him reported.
I'm not going to report the other guys wanking off in masks, just you.
Just me. Oh, the other guy's alright.
Yeah.
Robert Hocker's alright.
What mask would Robert Hocker wear? He doesn't really need one, does he? But
no. He wouldn't even put a mask on, that motherfucker, would he?
He'd have like a Hannibal mask.
Has it been, speaking
Silence of the Lambs.
Has there been any Robert Hocker developments?
Well, I haven't actually looked for a while. I haven't looked for a while at the latest Robert Hocker news.
Maybe you should have a look on his...
Let's see, he went off the radar for quite some time. I think he might have been banned from the internet, which would be good for everyone.
And not good for our entertainment values. Does anybody not know who Robert Hocker is in the chat? I'm just going to go and get a drink, by the way.
Well, while you get a drink, I'll explain to you guys in the chat who Robert Hocker is. He was... I came across him because he put a few comments on my channel, and then he had got this blog where he was sort of advocating death to scam baiters, and then I sort of fell through the rabbit hole into his really odd world where there's some really weird stuff happening, like he believes he's the head of something called the Global Network Agency, and he wants to have all these people, like people that make YouTube videos of, like, there was, I mean, if people want to do, I don't really have an opinion on this either way. I wouldn't watch it, but like he was claiming that people that made YouTube videos where mothers ate their, the cord that comes from the baby, umbilical cord. That's not what it's called, is it? They eat something pretty weird. The placenta. That's it. Yeah, they eat the placenta, and yeah. So he was claiming these people were cannibals and trying to have them executed. And then he's also written a lot of sort of very pervy letters to people such as Avril Lavigne and Carly Rae Jepsen. So yeah, that's who Robert Hocker is. And so yeah, every now and again we have a little check on what his latest goings-ons are. And today in Robert Hocker news, in fact it was uploaded today. This is titled Emergency Global Evacuations Operations. Due to extremely hazardous mind control operations taught to 5-year-old criminal boys and upwards in age, there is an immediate necessitation for global evacuation. The police to FBI has been terminated by ex-CIA agent Teague, who joined the Galveston, Texas police after being terminated from the Washington, D.C. branch CIA. Teague and the Russian agent Defect has taught children to terminate and kill every person they meet. The operations are calculated to reach all cities worldwide within 2 days from the date of January the 8th, 2018. Due to the slaughter of innocent people by Patrick Teagues and the Russian intelligence agency, Defect the work for thee is little to no potential for survival for the global population. So yeah, apparently we all need to be evacuated from the earth because some 5-year-olds are coming to kill us.
I mean, obviously them are the workings of an insane person, but it's still quite an interesting character for all the wrong reasons, isn't it?
Yeah, no, actually reading that, I mean, if he keeps updating, I'm just going to make loads of Robert Hocker videos this year.
He's got that much crazy stuff coming out of his head. You could actually make movies about it. You could make Black Mirror episodes about it, couldn't you?
Yeah, Amelia said that in the chat.
Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Great minds. But yeah, it does sound like kind of darkly entertaining stuff, doesn't it? But obviously, do you want to discuss some of the more disturbing things that Mr. Hocker used to say?
Well, I'm trying to remember. Oh, well, he had all that stuff about, like, girls 13 and over, didn't he? Or something like that. Like...
He was trying to say that, like, sex with underage girls kind of wasn't wrong.
He said, well, I don't want to misquote what he said because it's worded so oddly that I'm going to check his Facebook because he quite often puts some messages to some girls up on Facebook for the world to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his MySpace and I can't, to be honest.
I don't know if he had a MySpace.
I thought his MySpace was one where we got all the information from.
His is no at Facebook.
No, it was definitely MySpace. Go on.
He's got a post here, January the 4th. Oops. I guess I'm going too fast with you great big beauties. You're temporarily blocked. It looks like you were misusing this feature by going too fast. You've been blocked from using it. Learn more about blocks in the help center. If you think you're seeing this by mistake, please let us know.
Not even one like on that.
He doesn't get one. Oh, he's got one like on a few other things.
Finally, it has reached a little above Arctic temperature.
He got banned for
65 degrees.
He made too many comments and got banned from making comments on Facebook.
Oh, and that Japanese girl that he thinks he's in with has put, "Please be careful not to catch a cold. Be careful." So it's the only people that are his friends are like a group of girls, which are clearly sort of
catfishes.
Not real people that are just there to get money off lonely rich people.
Oh my god, he's got a post here titled "Strange Feelings. I do not know what is happening, but I feel like I'm in my own wedding this year. When I looked at some photos, I felt and thought about a wedding ceremony. I feel really good this year."
I think, looking at this, I'm sorry to be so obvious, Robert Ocker is suffering from quite serious mental health issues because he keeps making post after post after post and getting no likes, comments or anything on it.
Yeah, well...
Top 10 reasons to procrastinate. Number 1, and that's it.
That's the joke. Top 10 reasons to procrastinate, and then he never finished it.
Got you. Hilarious. Don't like resolutions. But he's quite a prolific little poster there, isn't he?
He is. That Facebook page is as thick as a phone book.
Yeah, post after post after post. I will be back in a few minutes. That's his best one. Thursday at 00:39. Status update. I will be back in a few minutes. So I think this guy probably needs help. We probably shouldn't. We wouldn't ridicule him if he didn't come out with quite disturbing stuff, would we? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's an odd guy. Very odd guy.
And then he's got a photograph of some girl seemingly in a position where they've got injured. Oh, God. Yeah, very happy new year to all my Facebook. I love you all. Kisses and hugs to all of you. And then this Japanese person who he's friends with who... Oh, God. Jesus. Look at that. Oh. That's pretty... Ugh.
What are you looking at?
His Facebook posts and the people that are commenting on him.
Why are you making those noises?
Because there's a picture of one of the girls that's made a comment on his, the only person that's made a comment on 25 Facebook posts that he's made, just looks a bit odd, to say the least. I can't really say any more than that without potentially being offensive.
What is it? A transex gender?
I don't know what. It looks like, I don't know, some kind of genetic
Is it a
experimentation gone wrong.
big hairy trucker in a pair of suspenders?
Well, looks like one of them.
Mini skirt and a pointy bra like Madonna wore.
Do you know, like when you see them deep blue documentaries and they go deep down and see them bizarre looking fish that only exist 5 miles down? She looks like one of them.
Jesus.
Oops, I am temporarily blocked again. Robert Ock, he's replied to his own comment. But no one else did.
Well, you know, that's good old Robert.
Oh, this is a good one. Listen to this. Tip for the day. Never call a psychic, which is spelt wrong, hotline. I called once. Here is what happened. After calling the psychic, spelt wrong, said hello. I waited. She repeated hello a few times and hung up. I called back again. She said hello. I waited. She finally said, who is this? I said, are you the psychic in the hotline? She said, yes. I said, then weren't you expecting my call? I'm ready to give me my prediction. She hung up. Man, those psychics, spelt wrong, are hot-tempered. Laugh out loud.
I think it's an attempt at a bad joke.
Yes, I agree. Check what I got in a message. You're temporarily blocked. It looks like you were misusing this feature by going too fast. You've been blocked from using it. Learn more about blocks in the help center. If you think you're seeing this by mistake, please let us know. I was going to tell them. I can't let you know because I'm blocked from commenting. Laugh out loud.
Oh, I've got into his MySpace. It's been blocked though. You have to be an adult to look at it.
And you're not?
No, I am. I've just clicked the button saying yes, I am, which anyone could do. But it's not put anything new on here since August.
Sounds like just a really kind of lonely guy. He's put, Facebook has blocked my comments, stating I am abusing my comments, whatever that means. If anyone feels I am being abusive, please let me know. I will do my best to improve my comments in the future. All of my friends are very special to me. No one's liked or commented that.
Yeah, well, of course they aren't, because he's mental.
I am back. My very special friends. I will try to be here every day. I love you all. Happy holidays, everybody, and a very happy new year. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? At least he's being kind to people.
Yeah, to the fake Japanese women on his profile.
Yeah, that he thinks like his real friend, which is a bit sort of sad.
Oh, that was the other thing. Now I'm looking through his MySpace. Yeah, he talks about rape a lot. He's pretty fucked up.
Talks about what?
Rape.
Oh shit! Yeah, I thought you said Ray, as in Ray from Star Wars.
Why the fuck would he talk about?
Well, why wouldn't he talk about that? He talks about fucking loads of other shit stuff.
Yeah, he probably would be into Star Wars. You and him can watch Star Wars and have a circle jerk.
A circle jerk with two of us.
Alright.
That'd be interesting.
Alright, just I don't know, you can cross hands.
Cross hands and circle jerk.
Yeah, like you have to go ring around the rosies where you both dance around the room. Oh, let's just stop now.
Oh, he's had an accident and he lost his eyesight for a little bit.
Who? Robert Cocker? Hocker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Cocker or Hocker, however you put it.
Probably a wanking accident.
Wanking accident.
Yeah. That's how you go blind.
Fucking hell. He does kind of... He does need a bit of help, this chap, you know.
Yeah. Well,
this is a good one. For some of you requesting friendship, I do not mind becoming friends, but comma, I am not interested in sex or searching for a new girlfriend. I hope we may just be friends for now. I do appreciate your concern for my intimate well-being, but I am very well at this time. May your day be full of love, happiness and cheer. That's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, he's got some redeeming features.
Well, Amelia's just pasted one of his posts. Notice to some Caucasians requesting friendship, my Asian girlfriends are most special to me. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at that now, and then there's like some kind of... He was put that on Facebook and then put the link to his MySpace page.
Yeah, that's how I found it. So, anyway, well, I think I haven't got much more to say.
No, well, we chose to talk about the Black Mirror episode, which...
Well, I think it was good. It was a nice chat. I'm glad we've not fallen into TCAP for a change.
Oh, you've mentioned it there, haven't you?
All right, well, yeah, I'm trying. Well, there you go. But yeah, no, it's nice to have a good chat about some things that flowed, and we should take a deeper look into Robert Hocker together, find some interesting pieces, and well, I'd love to try and get that guy to do an interview with me. It'd be fucking mental, but I don't know.
Right, can I just read one thing from his Facebook page just before we go? And this is a guy who we believe advocated rape and sort of child sexual exploitation. It's fair to say, isn't it? Recently, a hater, might be you actually, made me realise very beautiful things about our friendship here on Facebook. I meditated on everything. I realised there is much better friendship to be made in the future. I have meditated on how to behave, what to say, and most of all, how to cherish our friendship very, very much more. I feel very blissful having you for my friends. I thank you very much for giving us for our friendship to grow and sprout as a proud and beautiful flower that looks like the hot bright sun in the face and says, love is life, life is love, love is the creator of peace, bliss and all good things. No one must ever change the meaning of pure love in your heart. It is pure love that will make your life long, strong and blissful.
Well, maybe you should get him on to do one of your spiritual videos.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll send him a message and see if he can send me his Skype details.
Andy and Robert's spiritual circle jerk.
Tell you what, that'd get some fucking attention, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly would. That's what you should call it. Make a thumbnail.
Oh dear, oh dear. Tell you what, he's quoting some wisdom. We'll have to do a more detailed interrogation on him.
Yeah, a more detailed
why don't
inspection.
you message him and ask him to join our stream?
What, now?
No, you fucking weirdo. I mean, at some point in the future.
Yeah, I could do that.
I mean, it'll be a little bit like, almost a bit like verbatim. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
another person that might have mental health issues. So
yeah,
we don't want to be accused of being a hypocrite like I have been a lot recently.
True. Also, maybe 2-on-1. You know.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be good. I mean, to be honest, you and him might hit it off, so I'd just leave.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna become friends with him.
Why not? What's wrong with him?
He wants. Well, first off, he wants me executed. He advocates rape. He's a weird pervert. Oh yeah, I suppose we will hit it off.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, he's posted like a video on the 19th of August. Happy anniversary, sweetie. Because he's been friends for 2 years with one of his Asian friends that isn't really his friend.
yeah, he writes down the dates of all of when he became friends with them. And, oh man.
Oh, Robert.
Robert. Well, on that note, I think that we should call it a day.
I agree.
Alright, well, guys in the chat, I hope you've enjoyed it. Mostly Black Mirror, and a bit of like 3 minutes of Making a Murderer, and a lot of Robert Hocker for your delectation. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. It's been so long since I've streamed, I've forgotten where the off button is. Here we go. Alright, yeah, and thanks for joining me, Andy.
Cheers, see you later, guys.
Bye.